Readers, I need you to stop. You make my life so hard. Oh my god. I was an idiot. I was a fool. I had a plan. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes comes out today. My plan was to buy it online and then go pick it up from the store. But the website said that the store has to hold the books for 96 hours before I can go pick it up, which, how does that make any sense? But I was like, oh man, I can't do the whole order online and pick up in store thing then. So I guess I'll just go and buy the books with a face mask, of course. I would take the proper precautions, but I was just like, I'll go buy the books, it's fine. And now, they're gone. There are no more books at this store. We see that? We see that? Out of stock. I'm gonna have to spend all of May 19th just searching for the books. This is not what I planned. This is not what I want. It's fine. It's worth it. It bothers me so much because I waited till midnight because it was saying that pickup was coming soon. And I was like, oh, okay, like, I can't buy it on May 18th because I would have to be pre-ordering it, and I guess they can't let me pick up something that I pre-ordered. I don't know. I waited till midnight. When it got to midnight, I still couldn't buy it, and I was like, okay, 96 hours, I'll just go buy it in the store.
20 minutes later.
Hello, friends. Ew, I'm sorry if that was ugly. We have updates. It is now 3:19, and I have figured things out. For one, yes, it might be sold out of Books A Million, but it seems to be available at Target, so I'm buying it now and picking it up. And guess who has a gift card? So we're just saving money all around. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It is a very dreary day, but an exciting day nonetheless. Today's the day! Ow. It's time. I am going to pick up The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes from Target. You're accompanying me on this journey. I'm so excited. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Let's go get this book. Okay, so fun fact, I made it to Target. This is my second parking spot because I parked next to a car that apparently people weren't getting out of it, and I'm very, very awkward about vlogging in public, so I was just like, I'm just gonna go find a different spot. But we made it to Target. It is time to retrieve the book. But first, we must take the proper precautions to protect ourselves from corona. Let's do this thing. Oh my god! I got it! Here we have it. She is in my hands. I got 2 copies. I got you, Cindy. She kind of cute. Alright, I have acquired The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. It is now time to go home and just read for the rest of the day. Okay, so 2 things so far. I'm not in frame at all. Let me come up. Okay, so 2 things so far. One of them being super weird that Tigress is President Snow's cousin. It's just like, did we really need that connection? Don't know. Just doesn't sit right with my spirit. But also makes it even more satisfying that she ended up helping the rebels in Mockingjay, so maybe I do kind of like it. The other thing, I think it's really cool that she listed out basically a bunch of the great philosophers and like thinkers of the time. You've got Thomas Hobbes, and you've got John Locke and Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and these are all people that we learn about when we learn about the American Revolution. So I think it's really interesting that we have that in here. Literally only 2 pages in, I just wanted to say that. Reaping Day is on July 4th. I don't know if I knew that already or if anyone else knew that, but that's crazy. Our Independence Day, well, not my Independence Day, but white people's Independence Day, is the day that 24 children get chosen to basically fight to the death. Crazy. They're currently assigning capital citizens or capitalites, I don't know, the socialites of the capital. They're assigning them their tributes for each district. And I feel that Coriolanus is going to get a District 12 person, which, I wonder why, you know? And I remember that there have only been 2 victors in the entirety of the games, so from District 12, before Katniss and Peeta. So I'm gonna guess that he is the one who kind of gets first victor survives, not Haymitch, but like the one before that. We are in the middle of the District 12 reaping, and of course, leave it up to them to have a very dramatic show. We love it. Oh my god. It's what? Stop looking at me. She's singing the Valley song.
Who's singing a Valley song?
The girl in this book. The treatment of these tributes is actually disgusting. Like, obviously in the original trilogy it was bad because they're being sent to their deaths, but these kids don't get fed. They're being kept in cages. There's no one attending to them at all, and it's just horrible, and they're just supposed to go and fight and somehow win. Oh. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my god. These people are the worst. Okay, there's a tribute in these games named Reaper Ash. Why is that name familiar? Where do I know that from? He couldn't be a winner, obviously. I mean, he could be. Is he this year's winner? Did we know that? That ruins my theory. I'm so confused. Who is he? Someone leave a comment telling me who Reaper Ash is, because that sounds like something we read about in the original series. You guys, chapter 7 is like so crazy. This is unprecedented territory, yo. Wow. We are about 150 pages into this book. I thought it'd be way further by now, but I took way too many breaks, and I also had like a 2-hour Zoom call with some friends, which I wanted to be like, I want to get off the phone so I can read, but I also didn't know how to, so I'm trying to get to like page 300 tonight before I eventually go to sleep, because I really can't stay up for hours and hours. But I just had some thoughts. I am just so curious to know how things change from like, I mean, obviously things change with President Snow. It's become very clear that he's basically like really a front runner in how the games turn out to be, but just so many things about this. But it seems like the District 1 tributes and the District 2 tributes, which we know as people who were like so honored to be a part of the games, they definitely don't seem as willing to participate in this one. So I wonder what changes, what makes them go from thinking of this as like them being murdered to them thinking this is a chance at glory and a chance at honor for their district. I have some ideas of what that could be, but I mean, obviously there's a lot of indoctrination that goes on in this kind of society, but other than that, the idea that these people literally keep these kids in a zoo, they don't feed them, and they don't really they don't care about them, they don't even give them really proper medical attention when they get hurt. It's just like, how do you expect there to be a games? I don't understand how it goes from the bare minimum that they do to this lush, extravagant holiday that I don't know. I don't really know how to say it, but basically just it's a big change, and snow is definitely a big part of how everything goes down. So I will update you hopefully later when I'm 300 pages in, and maybe I'll have more to say then. This book is so weird. Like, things that I never thought would happen are happening, and all of it is just, it feels kind of random, and I just don't know I mean, I get it, I know what's going on, but I don't understand why it's going on. I don't know, man. I'm on page 237. It is like 2:30 in the morning. I think I can make it to 300 pages. I'm not really tired, but I'm just like, what? Coriolanus, or Corio, as we'll call him, is mad at, I don't know how to say his name, Sejanus? Sejanus? I don't know. But he's mad at somebody because they called him Corio, which is a nickname that he reserves for like his friends and family. But he should really just be mad because Corio was a terrible, terrible, terrible name to give as a nickname to somebody. Like, ew. Matter of fact, speaking of nicknames, no one in this book is good at them. Exhibit A, Coriolanus somehow, he made up a nickname for his teacher or dean or whatever, who his last name is Highbottom, and he has like some sort of drug addiction, and so he's always getting high, and so the students call him High as a Kite Bottom. Like, no, that's not funny. It's also very, very long. Like, just say high ass or something, I don't know. High ass. My point stands. Okay, so it is 3:30 in the morning. I'm on page 255, and I'm not really tired, but I know I should go to bed, so I'm going to save what I plan to read for tomorrow and just call it a night, because I did stay up till 5 a.m. last night, or this morning, and I know it is taking a toll up here, so I need to sleep. But I'm really enjoying this. Like, it's getting really interesting. I mean, it was already interesting, but like, it is continuing to be interesting, and things are happening, but I should go to bed. So, enough for today. Well, it is already the next day, but enough for now. Good night. Hello, it is me, and I may be in the same hoodie as yesterday, but I promise you I am freshly showered. I just wanted to provide a little update and say that I am 311 pages into this book, and I'm really enjoying it. Like, I thought I wouldn't. I thought, oh my god, I don't want to follow President Snow around, I don't care. But, and it's not that I really care about him necessarily, but everything going on around him is just so interesting. It is just so fascinating to see the kind of game within the games. And by that I mean essentially that, yes, there are people inside the actual arena, but President Snow, or Coriolanus, however we want to address him in this time, he is in his own games right now, like navigating the Capitol. I feel that there are real stakes going on here. Not necessarily for President Snow, which is interesting. I don't feel like he really is in any real danger, but I definitely see that even the Capitolites aren't safe. So while I don't fully believe, like, well, obviously I know what's going to happen to President Snow. He's going to become President Snow, so I guess that's why I don't feel like he's in real danger. I do see how dangerous this game really is, and I'm just really... I feel like I'm reading a thriller because I'm just like, what is happening? Like, what's about to happen next? That being said, this is sick to say, but Suzanne Collins is really creative with her deaths. I keep coming back for more. I'm just like, what's about to happen next? Which sounds a little Capitalite of me, I know. Her mind, it's like the mind of a master. I don't know.
See, I'm telling you, I have the mind of a I have the mind of a mastermind. What's that? I don't know, but you know, I'm so creative like that.
I love Suzanne Collins. I love this book so far. I mean, I don't love this book because that would imply that it's as good as the other ones, which I don't think it is, but it's up there. Like, it has not disappointed me yet. I have about 200 pages left at this point, and I don't know. I feel like I'm just waiting for that ultimate betrayal because I know who President Snow becomes. I am not loving the storyline that is supposedly supposed to like make me feel for President Snow. I obviously know how it's going to end because we get the Hunger Games after that, but I'm just waiting for that ultimate betrayal that happens because it has to happen. I just don't know how it's going to happen yet. I feel like it could be determined by who wins the games, and that will be what teaches Snow not to trust anybody. But I also feel like the person I think could win, and with that win, something else happens? Okay, that theory I haven't really thought out all the way. Definitely the one with the alternative victor, though, I feel like is going to be the approach that they're taking. I'm so surprised by how underdeveloped the games were when they initially started. Like, I can understand for the first, second, third games, like, ooh, we're still finding our footing, but I just didn't realize how big of a piece Snow would play in the actual development of the games. So that's fucked, you know? But anyway, I feel like I'm a weirdo for enjoying this series, but I'm having a good time, you know? Like, I'm so happy to be back in this world. I love Suzanne Collins. I think I've already said this. I'm just gonna go talk in a circle, so I'm gonna wrap this up, but back to reading. Also, with all the singing that goes on in this book, I have to wonder what President Snow is thinking when Katniss is singing in the arena, because I bet he was triggered. I don't know how to say this without spoiling, but like, so much book left because and then there's still 200, well, and then there's still 200 pages.
My place is covered in books, and that is part of why I love what I do so much.
So I'm at the 400 page mark now, and I'm feeling kind of conflicted. So the setting has changed from where we've been for the majority of the book, and with the setting change comes like different interests and a focus on different storylines. And this was a storyline that I wasn't really a fan of from the beginning, so it's like, I don't really care about this, like stop. And the action in it is just, it's slower. But I'm seeing how the events, which there are a lack of, are impacting the results of who President Snow will turn out to be, at least incrementally. I have an issue with the fact that we have 100 pages left, and I feel like I haven't really noticed much of a change in President Snow, which seems like it means that it's going to be relying on the last 100 pages to kind of justify or like understand the necessity of the change that he makes from who he is now to who he will be in 74 years or 64 years. So it just feels kind of unbelievable that he will go through something so monumental that it will completely change who he is. I mean, I understand that the entirety of the book is kind of showing us how he learns to be, but also I feel like there just isn't enough proof of that. There isn't enough evidence from what we've already seen to justify who he becomes. So that means that whatever happens in those last 100 pages has to do that for me, or I'm gonna be like, but what was the point? That's my issue with it right now. I'm still enjoying it, but it's definitely dragging more, and I'm finding it harder to like stay inside and focused on it. But I still want to finish it. I want to be done with this book tonight because I have plans. That's all I have to report for now. Hopefully the next time I'm talking to you, it will be because we are at the end of this book. We are in the final stretch, folks, and I'm a little scared. I feel like unnerved almost because Snow is just spiraling into this paranoia that's very Shining-esque. It's very The Shining-esque, and I'm like this dude's going a little bit crazy, and I'm a little bit scared. Hi. Hello. It's Jayla. I just finished The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. All hail our queen. I have thoughts. I have feelings. I have things to rave about. I have grievances. And it's late, and I should go to bed. But, what? What happened? I liked this book. I liked it a lot. But is it on the same tier as the original trilogy? No, I didn't have to think about that. I'm just being dramatic. No, it's not. There are things that I thought would happen in this book that did not happen at all. And I'm very surprised by the turn it took. But it is fine. I'm just happy to be done. I'm happy to be a part of the club. Thank you, Suzanne Collins, for giving me a reason to live in 2020. I can die now, as is likely going to be the case. I'm gonna go to bed. I may or may not include a review in the same video, but it depends on how long this video is going to be. So stay tuned for that. Good night.